Morning, Cliff.
Morning, John.
I'm going to Edinburgh later today.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be seeing the permanent secretary. I'm going to take the opportunity to tell him our opinion about high-rise housing in the new town.
Well, that may be some help.
Well, I don't know. It could be an internal battle. Architects for the region against architects for the new town. We've got supporters on each side. I'd like to get the Department of the Environment involved. But of course they'll probably say it's Scotland and refer it to the Secretary of State. But are you listening, Cliff? It's your incentive that's making me do battle.
Yeah, sorry, John, I was listening.
I've got something else to tell you.
Yeah.
I have resigned as managing director.
What?
I've been offered a job in London, a private firm at an increased salary, which I really can't refuse.
But look,
So this will be the last time I do battle for you.
John, I might have to resign myself.
What? Oh, now look, Cliff, if you've had an offer in the private sector as well, then I don't blame you, but this town needs at least one of us to guide the new man.
I haven't had an offer of a new job anyway.
Why on earth?
It's difficult to explain. Partly because I don't understand it myself.
Well, understand what?
Well, you remember Miss Carroll?
Miss Carroll? You mean the secretary we had to let go? Oh, well, of course, but... Oh, now, look, Cliff, if she's been giving you trouble about unfair dismissal...
She's giving me trouble, all right. It's not about unfair dismissal.
Well, then what?
She's laid a complaint with the police that I assaulted her.
Assaulted her? Oh, for Pete's sake.
I believe it comes under the heading of making unwarranted and unwanted advances to the girl.
But that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Of course it's ridiculous. I never laid a finger on her.
Then why?
I don't know. Maybe because I did sack her. Maybe more.
What more?
The fine Italian hand of Charlie Bradley.
Oh, but he wouldn't. Yes, of course. He probably would.
But not directly.
And when was all this supposed to have happened?
I don't know. Some evening in here.
But she'll have no witnesses. It'll be her word against yours.
Yes.
Well, then there's no proof. I mean, under Scottish law, she would need a witness.
Sergeant Goldsby informs me there is a witness.
No, Harry.
Oh, evening, Ike.
Just dropped in for a quick half pint on the way home.
Oh, let me buy the drink in the event that we become colleagues. 2 half-pints, please.
Wait a minute. We can buy our own drinks.
Oh, but of course, but it would give me great pleasure.
Oh, wasn't too far out then, Alec, eh?
What's that?
You drink Old Evans?
Not so much the old, if you don't mind.
That makes me feel I was right. You in cahoots with the old guard?
Don't talk daft, Todd.
And you certainly don't stop trying, Todd, eh? Might even win you the election, although I think it's a wee bit below the belt.
No. Whoever wins this election, I fought fair and so did you, so you can't accuse me.
What? I've been in with the provost, I can. I mean, you know I'm not in with him, but he knows it too.
Oh, yes, well, I would admit that you have not been one of my supporters in the past, Alec, but then you are a pragmatist.
A what?
He's Church of Scotland.
As a pragmatist, it means he will face realities on the council and find himself in agreement with me very often.
You see, that character's going to take you and swallow you whole, like Jonah and the whale. Give the whiskey, Harry.
What? Well, I've never been called a leviathan before. I should be flattered. Look, to show there's no ill feeling, I'll pay for that whiskey.
Well, I'll take it this time, just to keep things even. But if I get elected, you'll not con me onto your side.
Oh, me neither.
Ah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll drink to one thing. Been a fair fight.
Okay. Cheers.
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 There you are now.
Thanks.
Your cup of tea. It's nearly 6 o'clock, so Alex should be in any minute and you can have a wee chat with him.
Look, maybe I shouldn't have come round. It's the eve of his election. Alec won't thank me for this.
Luke, you've been a friend of ours ever since you came to Garnock, Cliff. Ever since the days you used to go out with Ginny. You know, I had hopes of you and Ginny. Now, where else would you go when you're in trouble?
Well, I've just been charged with a very unpleasant crime, indecent assault. I shouldn't really inflict myself on you and
Oh,
Alec.
nonsense. That's Alec now. Alec. Cliff.
Oh, hello, Cliff. I was coming out to see you, right? Say, we're all behind you.
Well, thanks, Alec. It's nice to know I still got some friends. I got 1 or 2 rather funny looks when I left the courtroom this afternoon. Mostly from women.
Oh, they'd just be jealous it wasn't them. Oh,
For goodness sake, Jean.
sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I found myself thinking something rather similar. Shows I got some ego left. Alec, Gina, I didn't lay a finger on this girl.
Ah, we know that.
Of course we do.
Oh, I've got to say this. If it was my last secretary, Sarah Lane, then it could have happened. But with Miss Carroll, no.
You don't need to tell us.
I've got to tell somebody. She's an attractive enough girl. That's where she could convince people. But it didn't happen.
No.
I just want you two to know that.
We know that, Crow. Sit down. Come on. And we'll talk about what we can do to help you out of this.
Yeah, well, I don't believe it for one thing. I think so.
Right. Willie doesn't believe it, nor me neither.
So it's no Cliff Hewitt style, right enough?
Well, I wouldn't have thought it. Mind you, there's no smoke
Without people getting their fingers burnt. Mind you, Effie, I know what it feels like to be falsely accused.
Aye. And if something he didn't do as well.
Now, I wonder where Sandra is. She's supposed to be working here, you know. What? Don't do that. Where have you been?
Well, I was just
look,
going
there's
to...
customers waiting to be served.
Sandra, I was just saying to Effie here how excruciating that's the right word, excruciating it is when you're falsely accused.
Aye. And it's store as well.
Yes, well, I think we've heard quite enough about that. If Cliff Hewitt is innocent, he'll be found to be innocent. I've a great belief in Scottish justice.
Just so long as you know the judge. Anyway, look who that lass is claiming. Saw her coming out of Cliff's office in what the police call a highly upset state.
Ooh. Harry Watson.
Harry Watson?
Aye, our Harry Watson. Well, when I say ours, what I mean is he drives for Willie sometimes.
Aye, badly. You know, sometimes I wonder how that boy gets his driving licence at all. He's better at stealing cars than he is driving.
You can say that again.
So you're saying that Harry Watson stands as a witness for that Carol lassie?
Correct. And I asked him what he was doing in the Newtown office in the first place.
And do you know what he said?
What did he say?
He said he'd just gone in to find out if he'd have to get out of his digs when they built the new town.
As if he cares. He's been out and in the digs more times than a scared rabbit. You know, there's no a landlady in a hole at Garnock hasn't thrown him out at one time or another. Nah. I think it's a pretty flimsy excuse for him being there as a witness.
But dead convenient for that girl, eh?
Maybe too convenient.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Just a thought.
So, Hughie Ross came round last night and you never told me.
I've just told you.
Yeah, but you never told me last night.
I was asleep when you came in last night.
This morning, then.
Well, we were both rushing out to work. Anyway, he came round to apologise. He did, Mum. He came round to say he was sorry, or call it what you like. Just as long as you stop this stupid feud with the Rosses.
It is not stupid. That boy's behaviour's a disgrace. And they just encourage him.
Who just encouraged him?
Jean and his father.
Well, that is ridiculous, Mum. Hughie's been under a lot of strain recently. It's not long since his wife died.
Oh, yes, and she was his wife. And he jilted you to marry her, and don't you forget it.
I won't.
And the minute she was dead, who came rushing back to Garnock? You did.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly what I did. As I've said to you before, because he is free now.
You should be ashamed.
Well, I am not ashamed. Why should I be? I love him. And I am not having you messing things up. So you better patch things up with Jean Ross right now, and I'm out that door and find new digs in Garnock. Understand?
Oh, I see. Oh, yes. Dreadful. Oh,
Hello, my darling. Just dropped in for a wee quick drink and take you home.
Oh, that's nice. But there's still half an hour to go before closing time.
Well, I don't mind waiting. I'll have 2 quick drinks.
Well, I'm pleased about that, dear. Because I want to have a wee word with you.
Uh-oh. What have I done wrong now? I must have done something I can tell by your voice. I don't think I have.
You have. And Sandra's not the least bit pleased.
Okay, then. What is it?
It's you and that Howie Watson and that Carol lassie.
Sandra, I'm fed up telling you it's just business.
I know, but I know now what kind of business. And with that Cliff Hewitt at the receiving
Sandra,
end.
quiet now. There are some things that have got to be done. And if Freddie doesn't do them, somebody else will.
You think it's too long?
And if it gets out between us,
It's fallen down.
we'll be in trouble. Just remember.
that's it then. Off to vote and then to work. At least there'll be one vote for me.
Oh, I'm going to go when I go down to do my shopping, so that'll be 2 votes at least.
Oh, and then there's Jock. Oh, we're coming along. That'll be 3.
4. I'll get Hugh to go when he comes home. Maybe 4's all you deserve, eh?
Oh, that's nice and loyal, that is, eh?
You forget I'm your wife. I know you better than Emily. In fact, you're lucky I'm even voting for you, knowing all I know.
So I should be grateful you're not giving any of my big secrets away, eh? Just can't you remember having any?
Oh, I bet you've got plenty big secrets that I don't know about.
I wish I had.
Is that the post?
Hey, I must do something dreadful. Keep you happy.
Electricity bill.
Don't want to see that.
You're better off with candles. Circular. Oh, letter in Ginny's handwriting.
Oh?
It's addressed only to you. There must be something she doesn't want me to
Oh,
know
don't
about.
get excited.
Open it, Alec. Maybe she's had an accident or something. Maybe it's Johnny.
Well, will you let us read it first before you decide it's a big disaster,
Well,
eh?
read it then.
Right. Dear Dad, just a wee note to say we know you'll make it this time. Today a councillor, tomorrow an MP, in time Prime Minister, and if it's up to Johnny and me, Dad for King. Love, Jenny.
Still, I've no right writing like that, scaring me.
Now you've had your crisis, can I go to work? eh?
Yes, off you go. Hey, don't forget to vote for yourself.
Will you be in for your tea tonight?
If I am, I'll make it myself.
Look at that, you just been out to work.
Bonjour, bonjour.
What are you doing here at this time?
I was passing. I just thought I'd come up and walk you to your work.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll go in the opposite direction.
All right, smashing. Have a good day then, mate.
I'll do my best.
Shall we go, madam?
If you like. What did you really come for?
Well, for by seeing you, of course, there was a couple of other wee things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought that you and I would go along and give Mr. Alec Ross our vote.
Oh, you may wait a minute.
So that after the count tonight, we can join in the celebrations. That's, of course, if we win.
No.
Ah,
Now, I told Mary, and I'm telling you that I'm having nothing more to do with the Rosses, and that's final.
well, I think it'd been very silly. I mean, Jean and Alec had absolutely nothing to do with what Hugh
Well,
either
even
did
so,
or didn't do.
it's better we don't have any more to do with them.
Well, I'm sorry, Lise, I just don't agree with you on this. All right, I know. It's your business. Okay. Well, at least you can do is give the man your vote.
Why should I? I may remind you that my husband is the other candidate, and I might just vote for him. They say there's a good chance of him being elected, and that would make me a councillor's wife.
A councillor's separated wife, hen.
Give me an ale and a hammer and a picture to hang on the wall. My beauty.
Well, you're looking extremely happy this morning.
Yes, I am, aren't I?
Only yesterday you were in the depths of despair.
Or more recently than that. This morning. Then I received this.
What is it?
A legal document pertaining to the charge against me.
That was quick.
Yeah. Suppose things must be pretty quiet on the ravishing of women scene with the CID. By the way, did I hand in my resignation?
You were going to.
Oh, well, I won't be now. There's no need.
Oh. May I ask what miracle has solved all your problems?
Certainly. Read on.
Okay.
Especially the bit where Miss Carroll names the day I was supposed to have launched my assault on her dubious virtue.
What about it?
Well, she's made a little mistake. That was the day that you and I were in Edinburgh. We stayed overnight. You weren't even in the office that day.
Oh, that's great. So you're in the clear.
Well, I will be when Goldsby gets here. By the way, you are my witness, of course.
With pleasure.
Of course, there are one or two others. 2 senior civil servants, a number of architects and so on.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your good humor a bit, Cliff. I've just been told who's taking over my job.
Oh, the new managing director?
Yes, you know him by reputation. One Mr. Robert Langton.
Oh, no. It's the original stuffed shirt, everything by the book. Maybe I should still resign.
You will do no such thing. Garnock will need you even more now to survive Langton.
Come in.
Mr. Hewitt, you asked me to come over.
I did. Sergeant Goldsby, do take a seat. Mr. McManus and I wish to save both you and the Lord Advocate a certain amount of time and trouble. Or is it the Procurator Fiscal who's responsible for prosecutions?
Well, I think the fiscal can make up his own mind about things like that.
But not without the full facts. Let me explain.
Very right. Thanks so much.
That's fine. That's right, thank
Okay, thanks. Cheers.
I don't think we should be seen here drinking together.
Oh, I know. I'm the wee boy that saved you from a fate worse than death.
You're the fate worse than death.
But that's not nice, Joan. Why don't you like me?
Probably because you're one of the few people that I find most obnoxious.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
With you, I'd rather be nowhere.
Oh, come on, I'm not that bad.
No, you're worse.
I'll grow on you.
So does fungus. Look, I may have to tolerate you, but I don't have to like it.
All right. You're just tolerating me because I'm helping you get your own back, Cliff Hewitt. Am I right?
You can be quite smart at
All
times.
right, never mind. But you will get to like me.
Only if desperation sets in.
Hello, Sergeant.
Evening, Mrs. Kelly.
Aye. Hello, Sergeant.
Yes.
You join us for a drink?
I don't think so. People might think I was being got at.
Oh, no. You're a pea green incorruptible.
The word is sea green, and no one could say that about you.
All right. What can we do for you, Mr. Goldsby?
I think we can come down to the police station with me.
Well, now?
No time like the present?
But what about?
Well, I think there could be several charges. Wasting the time of the police. False accusations. False statements. We can make out quite a nice little list. You should have picked your dates better, Miss Carroll. You see, the day that you say that Mr. Hewitt assaulted you, he was never in his office. He was in Edinburgh.
Was that the door?
Relax, Jean.
Relax. I can't relax. I should have gone down to the town hall with Alec for account.
You said you'd never go down there again. You would rather stay home.
Just as bad waiting here. Jock, why don't you go down to the town hall?
Because I'm like you. I'd rather stay here than worry than go down there and worry. What are we worrying about anyway? I mean, even if Alec lost, you'd be no worse off.
I wouldn't be a councillor's wife. And Alec wouldn't be a councillor.
Ah, well, that follows. Still, we'll know soon enough.
Mary. About the Rosses. Well, maybe I was a wee bit hasty.
No, maybe about it.
Well, I'm still off you with Ross after the way he behaved.
Look, don't let's go through all that again. Used to like Hughie.
Oh, well, that was before. Anyway, you might not be too keen on being friendly with us, especially if your father wins the election.
You don't think he could, do you?
A lot of folk think he could. I mean, he is a miner, and this is a mining community.
Have to be crazy to vote for him.
Oh, I don't know about that. He's practically given up drinking, and he's quite taken up with these religious ideas.
It's his latest game. You told him that yourself.
Now, wait a minute, that's not fair.
It's true, though.
Well, people can change. People are always changing.
Aye, not always for the better.
Look, he could be a really good councillor. It might well be the making of him. And as a councillor, he might not be so keen on getting divorced. Mrs. Councillor Baxter, I quite like the sound of that.
Mum, what are you talking about?
Well, if Jean Ross can get ideas about being a councillor's wife, why can I know?
You'd go back to him for that.
No, I didn't say I would.
And you didn't say you wouldn't. Well, you can go back to him if you like, but I'm not coming. And what about Sandy Mingers?
Oh, he's just a friend.
You know, I bet you even thought of voting for him. Mum, you did. You did, didn't you? You voted for him.
That's my business. Anyway, he's still my husband. I should vote for him. So I did.
And you say my generation's daft? Well, that's me finished, ready for home.
Eh? Oh, aye.
Here, doesn't you fancy calling at the town hall on the way back and see who's won the election?
I suppose I could. Taking a few bets on who's going to win anyway. I will do that.
You're a wee bit down in the mouth. What's the matter?
Nothing.
I don't give, is it? Tell me. Oh, of course I should know, shouldn't I? Howie Watson and that Carol Lassie taken to the police station. That's a wee bit of business that's blown up in your face.
Nothing to do with me.
Well, let's hope they stick to that or you'll be in trouble.
They better stick to it, Sandra. They know what side their bread's buttered on.
So Charlie Bradley was behind it. Well, I just hope for my sake they don't land you in it.
For your sake? What about mine?
I just don't fancy having to travel to Berlin or Sochen once a month to visit you. It's the travelling. Don't like it. You've no worries. I mean, you'd be there already, wouldn't you? Night, Harry.
Oh, night, Sandra. Night, Councillor.
Surely that count should be over by now.
I suppose so. Aye, it's about now.
What's that?
Misty Island. Oh, it's great stuff. It's to celebrate if Alec wins. Or Druner's sorrows if he loses.
Ah, you're a good friend, Jock.
Oh, it's not just friendship, Jean. I like the stuff.
Oh, that'll be Alec now. Alec, what was the result?
Oh, it's pretty decisive. Difference, 200 votes.
You mean Todd won?
Did he heck I won?
Oh, Alec, that's marvellous!
Congratulations, Alec.
Thanks.
Or should I say Councillor Rossi?
Can you say I'm not pleased?
Get the glasses up and a bottle. Hey, where's Hughie?
I don't know, it's awful late, isn't it? I wonder if we even had a chance to vote for you.
Ah, well, we managed anyway.
Aye.
Hey, Todd, you got very nice. Come over and shook hands.
Oh, so he should.
Wait, I'll get the glasses. Oh, that'll be Hughie now. Oh, he'll be awful pleased.
Just in time for a wee sniff.
Even though. Andrew.
Hugh, did you hear the news? Huh? Your dad won the election. He's a councillor.
Hey, you make it sound like Parliament. It's just a district council.
It's just a start. From now on, you can only go up.
What do you say, sir?
Oh, congratulations, Dad. Plus, he's on in the family's been a success. Got a wee bit of news to tell you myself.
Huh? What's that?
Just got fired.